Hello, my name is Allison Janda Brown. I am a self-published author of 12 books. I started self-publishing back in 2014. So, since 2014, I have really dropped off the face of the earth as far as self-publishing. Actually, that's not true. It was more like 2017, 2018. That's when I got married and I got pregnant and I had my daughter, and I've really just been in the weeds for the last 6 years. So, for the first couple of years that I was self-published, I'm a marketer by trade. I was doing a lot of marketing for my books. I was making some really good money. I still remember the first time that I made enough in a month to like pay my heating bill. And then I still remember the first time I made enough in a month to make a car payment. And the first time that I made enough in a month to pay for all of my groceries, right? Like those are some really big milestones. And for a very brief time in there, I was full-time self-published author. And that's just how I made my income. And I was bringing in anywhere between like 2 and 4,000 a month. But then I got married, I had my daughter, had some postpartum depression, had a couple other things happen in my life, and I've just been out of the game. So I was curious though, because I wanted to look back and see, like in my heyday, what my biggest month was as far as money made. And again, I know that a lot of that had to do with the type of marketing that I was doing, and all of that versus where I am today. So my biggest month, hold on, I'm going to pull it up. I have it right here, is, oh no, that's a total. Okay, so my biggest month that I had was October of 2016, $4,110.54. So that was a really good month, apparently. And I'm pretty sure that when that happened to me, I was probably thinking then what you're thinking now, which is like, holy crap, you can make that much in self-publishing. Well, you could in 2016. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Today, though, as of Friday, July 12th at 11:11 a.m., if you're a little bit woo, I think we're on the same wavelength there. I have sold a total of 2 books this month. 2. And not even have I haven't even actually sold 2 books. I have had 2 downloads of my first book, Sex, Murder, and Killer Cupcakes, the first in the Mary Moyer series, which is completely free. So I've actually made 0 sales thus far in July, which, as you can see, very long fall from where I was in October of 2016. But that brings me to what I want to talk to you about. So, like I said, I'm a marketer by trade. I have been doing marketing for years. Um, at this point, it's probably been close to 20. Sad to say. Um, but I've done a lot of marketing, and I've done every kind of marketing, every kind of writing, every kind of anything like public facing communication you can think of. And that's what I do, and I'm very good at it. So I was thinking, because I just started writing a new book in the Marion Moyer series. I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping it comes out in the fall of this year is my plan. Um, and I want to do a couple of things. So the first thing I want to do is I want to kind of take you through the process of self-publishing. So that's really geared toward people who maybe have never self-published before or haven't self-published in a while, and they want to know how things have changed, because things have substantially changed since I last self-published like 5, 6 years ago, right? So I'm going into this feeling like a total newbie. I don't know what the sites are anymore where you can publish. I don't know what it takes. I mean, like I know the basics of how to self-publish, but as far as what's changed behind the scenes, um, all the keyword research, like all of that stuff that has changed and shifted over time. I'm going to go through that process. So the first thing I have to do though is finish the manuscript, obviously, and get through all of that. And then from there, I'm going to walk you through the whole process of what it's like to self-publish in 2024. But the other thing that I want to do is I want to take you through, if you are a self-published author, or even just a published author, right? Maybe through just a traditional agency, but you're being required to do a lot of the advertising and marketing of of yourself by yourself, and you're not entirely sure what to do outside of like social media platform. How do you do that? What do you do? So I'm actually going to go through my process, my old process that I used to use, um, when that got me to that sale day back in, or that sale month rather, back in good old October 2016. Um, what did I do? And obviously it's a buildup, right? Like that kind of thing doesn't happen overnight. I started self-publishing in May of 2014, May 14, 15. So that's just over 2 years of marketing myself and trying different things and experimenting and, all of that to get to that pinnacle of a large sale month. Um, but I feel like since I'm kind of starting where I am now, like I said, where I've sold two books. Um, I'm kind of back at the beginning of the process, and I've been out of the marketing game for my books for a long time. I've just kind of been just letting them do their own thing. Um, and I want to see where it takes me. So I want to take you on the journey through what it is that I do marketing wise for a book, which I think will probably take roughly half a month to a month, 15 to 30 days, kind of like a 30-day challenge almost. And I want to show you essentially what I'm doing. And I'm going to be very transparent with the results. I'm going to be very transparent with how much money I'm spending versus how much money I get back, and how all of that works. And yeah, like just all the different elements and aspects of it, because I think that the more transparent I can be with all of you, the better shot you have at also making more money through your books, which I think is what all of us authors want. So I do want to acknowledge a couple of things though. One, I have 12 books. And all but two of those are part of a series, right? And so when I do some of these marketing things and these promotional things, one ace that I have up my sleeve is the fact that I have multiple books, and it's been proven that if you have a series, you can sell more than you can with a one-off. And I've seen that for myself with my one-off books versus the books that are in my series. I've also been out there since 2014, and I haven't been in the book marketing game, but I have been marketing. Like that's been my job for the last however many years, marketing and copywriting and writing sales pages and writing advertisements. Like I have all of that knowledge, right? So again, I'm going to be really transparent with what I write, how I write, what I do, how I do it, all of those things. And um, I also want to be upfront with the idea that marketing is an experiment. And that's one of the reasons why I love it so much, because it's constantly changing. The things that worked back in 2014, 15, 16 might not work anymore, or they might, right? Maybe we've made a whole loop since then and they've all come back around. Maybe how they work just never went away. Um, but whether this goes well or this does not go well, we are going to go through why I think that it did or did not work, right? We're going to discuss all of that. We're going to go into, we're kind of going to get in the weeds on the marketing, because I think it's just really important that everybody understands how to market themselves. And the other thing that I need to mention too is that I'm going to have a budget. So I don't do paid ads. I think that paid ads have a place. I don't think that paid ads have a place though until you are already generating some income with what it is that you want to sell. So until I get to a point where I am making money from my book sales, I will not be utilizing Facebook ads, Google ads, any type of complicated Instagram ads, right? Like any type of complicated ad, anything we're not going to do. We will, however, need to budget probably somewhere between $50 and $100 for some other things that I want to try that are not related to paid advertising, but will still probably cost a little bit of money. However, I do like to keep things really simple when I'm marketing my books. I like to keep my marketing budget as shoestring as possible. And some months that works and some months it didn't. But again, I have a formula in mind that I'm going to take everybody through, and we're just going to see what happens. So if you are a self-published author, if you're an traditionally published author, if you are wanting to how it is that you can make more money selling your books, I hope that you will follow me for the next 15, 30 days or so while we're kind of running this experiment to see if it's working. And if it does work, then I hope that you'll try it for yourself and that it also will work for you. Yeah, I think that's all I have. So be sure to follow. I will post daily through the run of this experiment, and then I'll kind of go from there, deciding if we need to continue, if we need to try another experiment. I don't really know how this will work. Honestly, I haven't thought through it all that much. If this is just going to be like a long-term thing where I'm just like we're just going through all the marketing stuff forever and ever. Or if this is just a short-term thing, if it's not something that you guys are even interested in or need. I think it kind of depends. Oh, look, we have a visitor. I think it kind of depends on everybody's feedback too. So but yeah, if you are self-published, if you are traditionally published, if you are thinking about publishing, but you don't know how to market yourself, like wherever you are with the publishing game, if you want to know more about marketing, how to market yourself well, how to market yourself in a way that works, let's figure it out together. So I hope you'll join me. You can find me on AllisonJanda.com, my Instagram, which is where I'll be posting probably on both YouTube and Instagram. But if you want to find me on Instagram, it's at Allison, ALLISON underscore Janda, JANDA. And of course, you can find me on Amazon, Allison Janda, under my books. And the first one, Sex, Murder, and Killer Cupcakes, if you are into mysteries and chick lit, Janet Ivanovich style, kind of, sort of, that's where you want to go. So I will talk to you all soon, and let's cross our fingers. I'm really excited for us.